alaikum, hope you're all doing well. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. This video or this series, I would call it, it's pretty close to me, and what I'm going to be talking about throughout this series, inshallah, I plan to keep it as a series, is kind of personal and things that I reflect and I have been thinking about and experiencing, and I just feel like from these reflections and these experiences of mine, I would like to share some, with you, so that maybe it's helpful, or yeah, it should be helpful for you guys, hopefully, inshallah. I had this mentor of mine who, a couple of years before, he introduced me to this concept of, a vertical journey. Now, we all love traveling, right? We enjoy going to places, exploring new culture, listening to new stories, talking to different people, the experiences that we, acquire from those travels and everything. So most of us really fantasize traveling the entire world and so on. But all these travels are very horizontal in nature, right? It's like you board a bus, or you're walking, or it's a motorcycle, or train, or ship, or flight, whatever it is, these are always horizontal. They're on road or on sea or on air, whatever. But when it comes to vertical journey is more like you're going through layers of yourself, where they go from being shallow to in depth. So it's always like, in a way, vertical in nature, and that's why he calls it vertical journey. So most of you might be very much aware of this concept. So last week I put up a status on WhatsApp confessing how I am never how I have never accepted myself as a writer. Now, for those who know me, they know how much of writing is part of my life. So when I am hesitant and reluctant to accept myself as a writer, in a way I am not accepting myself, right? And that was kind of a realization I had, and it kind of really disturbed me to a very intense state, because for me, writing and words kind of sum up a huge part of my life. I try to grow within that, and I enjoy, and it's always an unexplainable relationship that I share with words. And I kind of deleted that status soon after uploading it, because I was a cover then, and I was still not ready to, and I was having these conflicts in my head and like that. And then I thought of myself, and then I realized I have a lot of flaws, I have a lot of things I'm good at also. And that's when I realized how I'm always hesitant to accept compliments in my life. And one after the other, there were a lot of thoughts coming up, a lot of insights being built in one side. And I felt like, oh my God, I have so much of things to learn, so much of things to explore about myself. And that was kind of a very surprising moment for me, okay? I know you guys might not really be able to relate to what I'm saying, but that moment, it was pretty much me trying to, in a way, understand or get to know myself. What I want to tell you guys is how important it is for us to explore within ourselves. Because if we are not clear, or if we are not sure about who we are, then the entire world is going to be, in a way, hazy for us. It's going to be blurry for us, and it's very important for our growth in a way, and our development, to figure out who we are. Some of us need help, external help. Some of us may not need that. But the first step is to consciously be aware that you have a stranger living within yourself, and you need to, meet with her or him, and you need to talk with him or her and make conversations and, explore. Now, when it's a journey, there's always a lot of destinations, right? So the destinations within yourself are going to be, your experiences, or your thoughts, your emotions, your insecurities, your flaws, your plus points, weaknesses. What are your strengths? What are the opportunities? And what's your goal in life? And what's your purpose and the meaning of life? And this is not you being selfish, okay? don't think that you're full of yourself when you do this. When you try to meet with the stranger that lives within yourself, and when you try to engage with her or him, what you're also doing is you're trying to get a more clear picture of the world you live in. It tries to kind of clear out the blurred situation that's happening there. So the first destination in a way that I had just passed by last week was realization. It's a very exhausting journey to reach that point. Once you start to travel within yourself, realization is very exhausting. Especially once you realize your flaws, your insecurities, you will always try to reason it out. Like I always do that. Okay, I always reason out my insecurities. And I'm not always proud of it, okay? And there are a lot of things that I try coming out. It's not always easy, to transform your insecurities into something, better. The only thing that you can do is not to reason it out or to justify it or to ignore it. Like ignoring your insecurities, ignoring your realizations are like the worst thing that you can do to yourself. But what you can do is you can try to accept it. You don't have to find ways to change it immediately, but you can accept it. Like, for example, I am insecure about talking to people on phone, okay? I had to accept it first, right? So what I normally would do is I would give reasons. I still do sometimes give reasons to people why I can't talk to them on phone. Now, a lot of people will be like, what is she even talking about? Like, are these things a huge deal? Like, these are like such, trivial matters, like such silly things. But the fact is, for many out there, these could be very silly. But then there's also other people who find it so hard to do these things. So first step what we can do is to accept our insecurities, accept our flaws, accept our plus points, accept our strength, weakness, whatever it is. So first we have to realize it, and then together we have to accept it. I want to take you guys with me, through this journey, and as I said, it's going to be personal. I feel like I'm doing this so that next time I myself try to put myself down or try to reason out my insecurities, I can just watch this video and just tell myself that if I could do this, then I don't have to reason it out or I don't have to ignore it out. So yeah guys, throughout what I wanted to convey was that try to explore within yourself and find out more about yourself. Have a cup of coffee with a stranger living inside you for I don't know how long. So that's it. Hope I was able to convey what I wanted to. Please do give me your constructive criticism, because that is really going to help me to carry on forward with this series. Thank you for that. And yes, if you find this helpful for you, and if you find this something that is worth sharing amongst your friends and family, please do share, and also give me a thumbs up, because I would really feel better if I see some thumbs up, because our body, our mind is also conditioned to the social media, with the virtual world, where thumbs ups and hearts make us feel a little better. So yeah, that's it. Take care. We'll meet soon, inshallah. Love, dua. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.